Microphone's on. Call to order. Board of Zoning Appeals for September 23rd, 2024. First item on the agenda is to approve the minutes from September 9th, 2024.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. King, second by Mr. Milborn, to accept the minutes as written. All those in favor raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. I do understand we have a couple continuances.
Yes, we do. We had one member, he is not here tonight, but Kip is on the agenda. He had a family emergency come up before the meeting. He did not propose a specific time, but in email communication with him, we had suggested, but he's not responded, that the next available meeting he be placed on. So that would be our October 14th meeting, if that works for all of you.
I would assume so, as long as the agenda is currently not overloaded.
It's going to be full. Do we need to suspend
Maybe
it?
the
Do we need to suspend the rules now?
Honestly, probably not, because there's a couple of hiccups with two of the ones scheduled for the 14th, and I'm feeling one of those is going to get continued or go away before then, so you should be all right.
Then I'll take a motion to move BZA 2024-036 to the 1014 meeting. Motion by Mr. Mull, second by Mr. King. All those in favor raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. And then we also have a request for continuance again of BZA 2024-022. Hello.
Hello again. Good evening, Donna Smithers with North Point Engineering. I'd like to ask for a continuance on this again. I'd like to put it out to October 28th meeting. It's my understanding from the owner, our client's attorney, is that this is still with the city, and I thought last week we might have had an answer. I was told maybe towards the end of last week, we don't have an answer yet on this parking agreement, so I need to request another continuance until we can resolve. It's the main issue that will pertain to whether this goes on or just we have to do something different. So.
We feel fairly confident that by the 28th, hopefully we'll have an answer.
I'm just going by my client's attorney, and I know that we're waiting on a response from the city, so it's in the city's hands. I think it's been with the city attorney's office or with them and another consultant for the past month. So
Are we okay on the 28th agenda? And will they need to do any other, will they need to submit anything, any notices?
They shouldn't need to submit any notices as long as we specify the date.
Okay. Take a motion to move BZA 2024-022 to the 1028.
I'll make that.
I'm sorry?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Milborn, second by Mr. Mull. All those in favor raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0.
thank you
See
so
you on
much.
the 28th.
Thank you.
Any other special requests or continuances? Seeing none, we'll move to findings of fact. BCA 2024-035. This is development standards variance. Petitioner was Robin Peck on behalf of Valvoline. This is property located at the southeast corner of US 31 and Woodstow Road.
Chairman, in consideration of statutory criteria, move that we adopt the findings of fact as presented, incorporating the evidence submitted into the record as a final decision, final action. The variance petition number BCA 2024-035.
Motion by Mr. Peters, second by Mr. Moll. All those in favor, raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. No longer have old business. Any old business from the floor? Seeing none, we'll move to new business. 2024-036 is continued. So BZA 2024-037 is the development standards variance for 1153 Madrid Road. Petitioner is Brian Courtney, requesting relief from UDO section for allowing accessory structure over 300 square feet to not having 36-inch masonry wainscot. It's like Mr. Courtney is online. Hello, sir. Does not appear there's anyone else here to speak to this docket. So if you would, we'll get you sworn in by our secretary.
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or hold to perjury, testimony is true to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
Thank you.
And all the notices and receipts in order, staff?
They are in order and in our file.
Provide the reword ordinances and comprehensive plan.
Perfect. Mr. Courtney, tell us why you're here.
So I'm asking for a variance in regards to wainscoting around a building I'm putting up in my backyard.
Mr. Courtney, 1 second.
Sure.
I need your name and address officially for the record.
I apologize, Mr. Chairman.
That's my mistake.
No worries. My name is Brian, Bryan. Last name is Courtney, Courtney. My address is 1153 Madrid Road, Greenwood, Indiana, 46143. I'm applying for a variance on the 36-inch requirement for masonry wainscoting. I'm building a building in the backyard that we're going to have. We have 7 daughters, so we have a very large family, and it's a good opportunity for us to be able to have an extended room, if you will, for us to be able to do cookouts, things like that, and to put wainscoting on it. It's behind the house. There'll be 6-foot fencing around the backyard area. It's not going to be seen from the street, so there's really no benefit in wainscoting at all, other than increasing the cost of it.
Okay. Do you have your answers to the statement of reasons, the statutory criteria with you, the answers you provided?
I do not have them with me. I apologize, Mr. Chairman.
That's fine, sir. So I'm going to read what you provided, and if you acknowledge that those are still factual, and we get them into the record that way.
Absolutely, sir.
So number 1, the approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. And you wrote, because the appearance of the building will look as though it will have wainscoting. I'm doing 2-tone metal walls to enhance the look of the building. I'm also doing wood posts versus metal to give it a better look.
Correct. That is correct.
Okay. Number 2, the use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner because the design of the structure is such that it will only make the value of the property increase. It will provide a clean look and additional enclosed parking, adding value to the home and therefore the area.
Absolutely correct.
And then number 3, the strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property because it will increase the cost substantially to build, therefore making the property way over cost for the area.
Correct.
And then finally, number 4, the structure is not regulated under Indiana Code 8-21-10-3 for hazard air navigation. Appreciate the confirmation of those answers. Anything else you'd like to add before I ask staff for their comments?
No, sir.
All right, staff?
Yes, we are favorable of this with one condition, that it follows the plans that were depicted in Exhibit C and the building elevation in Exhibit D. Sorry. One thing I do just want to note is that the primary house does not have a brick wainscot on it. There's a small area at the front with brick on it, but it does not have that 36-inch wainscot, which you do see in a lot of our newer subdivisions. In addition to that, both neighbors on either side do not have 36-inch masonry wainscots on their primary structures either. So this isn't going to be something that this goes with the character of the area around it to not include a 36-inch masonry wainscot. And as the petitioner did state, it is in the backyard. It's surrounded by a privacy fence. And you're really not gonna be able to see this decorative feature from any public area.
All right, anything else to add? And I assume you're good with the one condition of conforming with Exhibit C and the building elevations in Exhibit D?
Absolutely, Mr. Chairman.
If no other comments, then I'll close the public hearing. Open up to the board. Mr. Mole?
Nope, I'm good.
Mr. Milborn?
No.
Mr. King?
Pretty straightforward.
Mrs. Peters?
The only concern or question I have, your statements indicate that you're going to have parking in this structure, but I don't see a path for getting from the street to that structure for a driveway. Are
Yes,
you
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. To the,
planning-
I apologize. Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
Are you planning to make a driveway back there? And do you understand that it has to be solid surface?
Yes, ma'am, I am. And that is actually part of the plans we will submit finalizing it. There will be, I've already have a concrete driveway on the, was it the west side of the property that goes back towards the back of the main unit, main building, the house. And that will continue back into the barn area or the garage area.
Okay, on the west side, then you would be going around the house.
Yes, ma'am. It'll basically drive right beside the side of the house on the west side and then pull right into, it's going to be a slight S into the building, a very slight S.
All right, I was just trying to understand how you're going to get from that driveway back to this building with no pathway shown.
No, I apologize for that, but there is one, yes.
Okay, that's all I have.
I have no comments. Again, it's straightforward. So I will take a motion to admit all the evidence into the record.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we admit all the evidence presented in regard to this matter, including the notices, receipts, maps, photographs, written documents, petitioner's application and attachments, petitioner's detailed statement of reasons, the staff report prepared by the planning department, certified copies of the UDO and comprehensive plan, testimony of the petitioner, city planning staff, and any administrators, and all other exhibits presented, be they oral or written, for consideration by this board in regard to the petition, and to include the testimony of those present this evening.
Motion by Mr. Mole, second by Mrs. Peters. All those in favor raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. I'll take a motion on the docket for the request to allow an accessory structure over 300 square feet to not have a 36-inch masonry wainscot.
Mr. President, I move that we approve the request with one condition in the staff report, which is the final plans shall substantially conform to the site plan depicted in Exhibit C and building elevations depicted in Exhibit D.
Motion by Mr. King, second by Mr. Mole. All those in favor raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Take a motion to direct the corporation's counsel to draft written findings of fact.
Chairman, having considered the statutory criteria, I move that we direct the Corporation Counsel's Office to draft written findings of fact regarding our decision on the variance request presented in variance petition number BZA 2024-037. Said findings to specifically incorporate the staff report and the evidence submitted into the record for consideration and adoption by the Board of Zoning Appeals as our final decision and final action regarding this petition at our next meeting.
Motion by Mr. Peters, second by Mr. Mole. All those in favor raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. You are good to go.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Thank you. Any new business from the floor? Seeing none, any announcements?
We'll have agendas the next 2 weeks. That things on both.
Good. I'll take a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned. Stop the recording. Microphone's off.